Hello, welcome to another Black History Moment, reading from Black Saga. 1681. Status of children determined in Maryland. In the Maryland colony, a law was passed providing that children born of white servant women and black men were free. 1682. Movements of slaves restricted in New York. The General Court in New York City forbade slaves to leave their owner's property without written permission or to buy or sell goods. Up to this time, slaves in New York seem to have been governed by the same judicial process and criminal code that held for whites. Slave law passed in Virginia. On November 10th, Virginia passed a law that prohibited slaves from possessing weapons, leaving their owners' plantations without permission, or lifting a hand against a white person, even in self-defense. The law stipulated that runaway slaves refusing to surrender might be killed without penalty. Later, Virginia's slave code was in essence copied by Maryland, Delaware, and North Carolina. Further, the Virginia slave law of 1670 was also repealed. Thus, the conversion of slaves to Christianity before arriving in the colony no longer kept them from lifelong servitude. 1684. Slaves imported into Philadelphia. In this year, 150 Africans were imported to work with Philadelphia Quakers in clearing trees and erecting houses. By 1700, approximately 1 in every 14 Philadelphia families owned slaves. Although no slaves resided in the colony when William Penn arrived, he eventually used them on his own estate. In fact, Philadelphia ship owners brought slaves as part of the return cargo from the Caribbean. Although the Quakers in Pennsylvania were the first religious group to denounce the slave trade and slavery, it became a thriving business in Pennsylvania. 1688. Quakers pass anti-slavery resolution in Pennsylvania. On February 18th, Mennonites, Quakers, in Germantown, Pennsylvania, a small town near Philadelphia, adopted the first formal anti-slavery resolution in American history. The Society of Friends called slavery the traffic of men's body. Their main opposition to slavery was a matter of liberty of body, which they claimed to be due to all people except those who have done evil. Thank you for listening to this Black History Moment.